Welcome to the Teachers Impact podcast. On this episode, we'll be talking about what no one tells you about staying sane as a teacher. Okay, so let's be real, guys. Some days it feels like we're managing more than our emotions than lessons. Today's episode is all about staying sane because it's hard to manage a classroom if you're unraveling, and we've all been there. So, story time. One year, I lost my voice in November or December, and I had to be out sick for laryngitis. This was right after COVID, and that experience taught me something big. It taught me that classroom management starts with self management, and that's what this next section is all about. So, in my coming ebook, okay, I talk about growth mindset in chapter 6. And growth mindset isn't just for the students, okay? We have to remind ourselves that we're still growing, you're still growing as a teacher. If you're a new teacher, you might be in that fantasy stage thinking you can solve every problem. I've been there too. But teaching will humble you in the best way. You learn to shift from I have to fix everything to I'm here too. So if you want to dive a little bit deeper, I break down all the teacher development stages in episode 36. So, in Chapter 7 of Level Up, the Elementary Teacher's Guide to Effective Classroom, I talk about self-care practices. And one of the things that I do to make sure I get that self-care is make sure that I eat lunch away from my students, even if it's just for 5 minutes. And when I get this break from students, I feel prepared for whatever brings for the rest of the day, or whatever comes for the rest of the day. It's definitely a chance for me to reset. And in chapter 7, I talk more about those. In chapter 7, I talk more about those self-care strategies. And yes, the system can be, not supportive of teaching. I'm on the page where I can only control what I can control, and the system is not something that I can control. So one thing I can control is my self-care. So making sure that we're taking care of ourselves in the best way that we can so that we can show up for our students. In chapter 8 of Level Up, the Elementary Teacher's Guide to Effective Classroom Management, I talk about collaborating with our support staff. And I used to try to do it all by myself. Now I know how to delegate. Now I know how to delegate without the guilt. We feel guilty as teachers for a lot of things, but that's why the support staff is there. They're there to help you. And don't be afraid to reach out for this help from support staff, whether it's making sure that a student gets the social emotional support that they need. Maybe it's reaching out to the nurse when a student is having issue with a physical problem outside of the daily things that students go to. Make sure you're collaborating with support staff, and that's something that I talk about in the ebook. All right, so, and my ebook isn't just about strategies for your students. It's about helping you My ebook isn't just about strategies for students. It's also about helping you feel grounded. So grab your copy and get tools that actually work in real classrooms. It will be out on August 26th. If you haven't already, make sure you go on the wait list. You can go to @teachersimpact podcast and get on the wait list. Also on Instagram, you can find the wait list there. So thank you so much for listening. Happy learning and growing.